Welcome back to more Tokyo Xtreme Racer. So last time, we made a start on stage 2 with our new Toyota Supra. We defeated a lot of team members, they didn't defeat any teams though, so yeah. And yeah, this time, yeah, we're gonna be hoping making a lot of progress, maybe defeating some teams, so yeah. I spent a lot of BP last time, so yeah. Again, maybe I did neglect like technical bonus, for example. Obviously my CP limit maybe too, but that's okay. We also need to think about new territory soon, because yeah, we're gonna need more Cars Wanderers, so yeah. Another thing we want to do now too is we defeated Green Wildchild who wanted the newer plate. So now this time, yeah, we're gonna be getting a new plate just in case. So we want this one here. This is Kagla. So there we go. Alrighty, so yeah, let's head out now. Again, this is gonna be a long night, but I think I do prefer the medium tires, so yeah. Anyway, so there's one rival I'm quite interested right now, Noli Nihilist, who appears on one of the days they appear on is Mondays, so let's take him on. But yeah, for this though, I'm gonna have to turn around though, so yeah. So I'll go ahead and do that because yeah, what I want to do is that yeah, I want to go to the parking area after Biden, because yeah, I want to go to all the park areas tonight. I think that's gonna be the plan. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn around and then we'll go meet them. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. And here's no Nihilist. So yeah, they drive an RX-7. Pretty basic looking RX-7, so yeah. And yeah, the cool thing is, even though I was driving the wrong way, the game's gonna turn me around automatically, so that's nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and fight her. And yeah, she should be going to yeah, Bayshore Line eastbound, which is what I want. So let's use a bit of nitrous here. Around the corner too. Normally you wouldn't do that because yeah, nitrous only gives you speed on straight lines, so yeah. Yeah, that corner was perfect enough for that, so yeah. So now we have our 2 skills, so we're a lot harder to take out. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna drive to the park area. I don't think I want to fight any of the traffic cars, even though yeah, it's quite bored too. Because yeah, we need that combo bonus up. But yeah, I think even though the Supra's really good, I don't think we actually beat the rival in time. So yeah, so I'm just gonna drive there. I'm gonna just head in full speed, so here we go. Alrighty, so yeah, let's see what's going on. So yeah, only one rival here, Tragic Matterhorn, who we can't do anything about, so let's read some dialogue. Oh, there's some interesting people there. So you're a provocative man. Recently everyone's talking about Weekend Magician. Do you know what kind of guy he is? No, Weekend Magician. I've seen him fully on gas a few times. Well, how should I put it? He doesn't really stand out. He just seems like an ordinary young guy. Hey, are you serious? Are you sure you're not mistaken for someone else? He's at least the guy who beat Tradstripe and Playful Gentleman, right? No, I'm not mistaken, but yeah, he didn't really have a strong core or anything. You just seem like an ordinary young guy. Then we got Cheerful Woman. There seems to be more fresh teams, like Clicks and Roadknots, teams formed in the last year or 2. That's right, Kamiki is also a recent team. Teams like Roulette Guy, we've seen the big copycat increase. I wonder which team to support this year. Maybe I'll root for Clicks since they have a lot of women. Let's stick with Far Away. That being I'm not off, there's not much time, that's so exciting. So yeah, once again, there's quite a stir going on. You know, Enchanting White Fairy, who yeah, wears Aaliyah clothes. And yeah, they're talking about Desire, who yeah, all their members actually wear, also yeah, that's yeah. But yeah, Desire, all their team members wear Lolita clothes, so yeah, so that's a thing. I'm not sure if you should say that word, but yeah, it's technically, I think it became like toxic over time, but yeah, I think when it's just referring to, okay, speaking of which, I think when it's going to fashion, then yeah, then it's not toxic, but yeah. Also yeah, you may notice that yeah, a lot of them talk about Heretic Canopus. Yeah, we'll talk more about Heretic Canopus later when you actually fight them, so yeah. And yeah, they're talking about Snake Eyes. Apparently I have seen Snake Eyes, so yeah, And yeah, obviously, will Sith Emperor fight Snake Eyes? That's the big question. Because that's like the main like thing that's going on at the moment. So yeah, let's go here. To Hakusaki parking area. He has got more dialogue. You know, Weaker Magician, he seems to be aggressively challenged battles. He's been winning against some tough opponents, right? So I can't even see what kind of guy he is. All the rumors are vague, none of them are concrete. But that guy, he even beat Golden Hanya, not to mention the others, so he's pretty good. Well, I'll give up and go home today. I'd love to meet him someday. You know, serious looking man. Storm Streamer is at the Hakusaki parking area, but only appears on weekends. He seems to have changed jobs and can't come home on weekdays anymore. It's important to get used to any new job, so I can't. Alright, that's good to know. Okay, let's see, Robert. Manga artist teacher. Okay, so yeah. You're talking about that. Talking about like sketching and stuff, that's pretty cool. We got mobile running back. Yeah, we do a lot of members of Strong Formation. I'm also sure we'll beat their teammate today because it kind of depends on if we stay on the Shinkanjo. We shall see, so yeah. And you're talking about every little bit warrior. Apparently he is a radio MC, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, we might see him later today. Well, not later today, we might see him later in general. And you're talking about 2090. Oh yeah, again, we only have the team leader left. I mean, his Garage Horror. He only needs no Nitros, so we'll beat him later. Speaking of which, let me refill that. Because, yeah, we might fight more dangerous opponents, so yeah, that's why I'm kind of thinking that. Let's go to the final parking area in this area, and then we're going to head out to some new ones. We got Serious Looking Man. I heard there's a Shurizuka white level Yokohama. Well, we already defeated him, so he used to race secretly from his wife. Now he's been approved by his family. Feels like he's being very careful and doesn't appear easily. Now he's originally an aggressive street racer, so street racer more than 10 consecutive win appears, he can't help but show up. So yeah, and then we got Prison Boy again. And Golden Hanya seems to be having a bit of fun, so yeah. I mean, his Dark Knight's Beetlejuice, and yeah. Shun Heretic kind of started cross-dressing because of me, didn't he? I once thought, why don't you just stop dressing so confusely? But I thought, what's wrong with wearing what you like? Jun is right. Yeah, I can't talk about Heretic Cannabis because he's pretty interesting, let's just say. And you got Upbeat Groovy, talking about the ex-boyfriend. Mischievous Woman, talking about the bridges. I do like the Rainbow Bridge, like I said before, it's pretty cool looking. It'd be cool to see that in real life. And then you're talking about the Phase X. And they're hitting on you apparently, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, no one new here. So, there's some new parking areas. Well, there's only 3 of them left. Let's go to... upbound or downbound? I think we're gonna go downbound. Actually, I'm gonna go upbound. I wanna go upbound first because I wanna talk about the rival stuff. Alrighty then. And we only got 4 new dialogue. Okay, we got Anime Red. What do you think is the number 1 anime this season? That's a good question. What is it right now? At the time I'm recording this, that is a good question. Yeah, I only really think about, you know, what I actually watch. This guy's talking about Shua Strong, so yeah. That's a name to remember too. Machine Rangers. Ah, them. I think it's great to enjoy life. They're a team of 6 foreigners with machines colored like something out of a special effects show. Sometimes they line up in the parking and take photos. They each strike a pose and announce themselves like heroes. The other day, Miracle Flamingo from Far Away joked that he's composite explosions in the background of that pose they looked at. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah. We got a Wanderer, and we also got Cos Pink, a member of Machine Rangers. You wanna battle me? Very well. I appoint you as my running mate. I won't go easy. Machine Go. So yeah, Machine Rangers, yeah, they are Tokusatsu fans, but the interesting thing about them is that they're all foreigners, which, that's interesting. It makes me think about something like, yeah, when it comes to me and Power Rangers, there isn't much. Like, I might have watched a little bit when I was younger, but yeah, I don't really think about it that much though. Definitely don't want to use Nitrous here against the Mazda 3, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think about it that much. My friend does speak to me a lot about it because it started when I played Persona 3 on the channel. And then I started to get a little bit of an interest on it, so yeah, because yeah. The Persona series has its own, I I mean, I also mentioned Tokusatsu. That's the different thing. That's Kamen Rider, which is a little bit different from Super Sentai, which we're talking about right now. So yeah, it's it. I guess for a noob like me, it's easy to make that mistake. But anyway, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you exactly what just happened. I thought we started about, but before I knew it, I lost. Why? You're driving me crazy. And we got 2 more. And the Wanderer still here. But we're not going to take on the Wanderer because they're quite difficult, so yeah. Let's take on Sentai Silver. You appeared, monster. I am Sentai Silver, the messenger of justice. The peace of the Shuto Expressway is protected by the Machine Rangers. Let's go. Machine go. Yeah, they have catchphrases and stuff, which is pretty cool. That's another thing I can talk about in regards to that too. But yeah, when it comes to like Super Sentai and stuff and Power Rangers, yeah, again, it's not something I'm too super familiar with, but again, the Persona, yeah, they do have their own Super Sentai show in the Phoenix Rangers. Phoenix Ranger Fairman, that's what it's called. And yeah, I do like that the cars have decals for like mechs and stuff. That's really cool. Definitely, you know, fits in with their name, Machine Rangers, obviously. I can definitely see the shows they're liking having a big focus on mechs, so yeah. Because again, like transforming mechs, that seems like a very Power Rangers thing, right? So yeah. Anyway. Curses, I thought Justice would lose. Next time, Sentai Silver's counterattack. Look forward to it. Yeah, that sounds like something else. And then we got Ninja Green. This guy's kind of funny. Greetings, I'm Ninja Green. I desire battle with you. Let's have a fair battle. Machine Go. He even dresses the part too, so that's really funny. But the thing that makes it really funny is something later in the game, so yeah. Okay, this guy is one of the more funnier rivals in the game, so yeah. Anyway. And yeah, his car's like a green mech on the side. And swords and stuff, which yeah, that does look pretty cool. Anyway, so we're gonna beat him as well. So yeah, again, back to Kama's Strongboy. Again, yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, the extra Fireman because, yeah, when I was playing Persona 3, yeah, again, that got mentioned a lot. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, when I do play Persona 4, they're gonna make a comeback, so that'll be fun. I don't remember what they get up to in Persona 4 as well. And in Persona 5, I didn't really pay attention to them because, yeah, I didn't actually realize you could interact with the TV at LeBlanc, so yeah. So there's that. Your skill is impressive. You must be a renowned street racer. I shall surely take my revenge. Prepare yourself. Then disappear. Except that he actually did disappear, so that's kind of funny. But anyway, we have Rainbow Parallel World Traveler, but again, she's quite dangerous. She has 30 skills and she's level 18, so we're gonna save her for later. But yeah, you might notice that, yeah, she might look a little bit familiar if you know VTubers, let's just say, so yeah. But again, we'll chat about that later. Right? Oh yeah, we were here. Let's go down because there's one dialogue here. Alright, I got Mechanic Looking Man. You challenged last fight to a battle that you ignored. The only battles are normal machines. Why don't you try resetting your achievement? So you only use a stock car against them. And then we got Brockman Man. If you want to challenge Shimu Kitazawa 2000cc to a battle, you have to use the same car as them. The only battles are the same 180SX. So we need to buy 180SX for him, so yeah. He's Silver Nobleman. And apparently, he's interested because of defeating members of Phantom Nine. He's talking about his fastest theory. One day he's gonna test us, because then we got Winslow Joan of Arc, which is a cool sounding name. And they're part of a team called B Legend. Then we got Mature Machine Gun. And they're talking about Master Car Lovers. That's the team M Connect. They're a very interesting team. And they're talking about Another Star. Blue Speed, apparently. That's a team leader. Apparently, yeah, Silver Speed. Apparently, it's getting lessons from Blue Speed and stuff. Then you got Commander. A team that's kind of, yeah, again, not going the right direction. Anyway, here's another VTuber. We'll talk about them later because, again, they're quite difficult. Alright, who do we start with? From M Connect, let's start with... This guy's level 12, which is kind of interesting. We'll start with Assault Eki guy. Hello, I'm Assault Eki guy. My last name is Eki, which is quite unusual, isn't it? Eki means great joy. It's a name that plans to be overjoyed by the theme you. Yes, let's go. So M-Connect, unlike something like Twister, which only focuses on Mazda rotary cars, M-Connect likes all Mazda cars, so we're going to be buying quite a variety of rivals here, so yeah. Yeah, again, those features, again, they're quite difficult, and yeah, they are the DLC rivals of the game. And again, I'll go into more detail later because it's actually quite interesting, and there's definitely some interesting things I could discuss because of that, so yeah. So yeah, M-Connect again is part of Rise of New Generation. They are a new team, and there is a pretty fun Easter egg with them as well, but we need to defeat all the team members first to see it. Yeah, there's a reason why the team has, there's a reason why the team has 9 members, let's just say, so yeah. Anyway. That's unfortunate. I should have just on my boss and discuss countermeasures. I'm still so inexperienced. Alright, let's take on, yeah, let's take on Boo Boo. That's all. What is it? Australia is sort of family cars that unusual, right? I have a family. Taking them out in this car on weekends are greatest joy. If you're up for a while, except I like to share the story of my victory with my son. Alright. Yeah, Boo Boo is definitely an interesting name. Kind of reminds me of, there's a wanderer in TXR, he's called Crying Baby, and people think it's because, people think he's called that because he only battles against the weak card, so he's kind of a sore loser. Anyway, he's actually called Boo Boo 6, actually, he's not just called Boo Boo, so yeah. And he's driving the Mazda Tensor. I do like what it sounds like, it sounds very grunty. It could be an interesting car to try out because, yeah, again, it's a bit unorthodox, which is kind of why I like it, so yeah. I think, yeah, if I was to play this again, I'd probably choose the S2000 because, again, like I kind of said before, it is a really decent car. Probably a best option this stage because, again, it handles super great. But, yeah, the Supra, though, no such, though. And, yeah, it's a good thing I did have, Aura Dignity because he kept up with me. Oops, I lost. I can't tell you something about this. So yeah, let's see. Then we got all 7. Hello, I'm all 7 of Internet. I'm the deputy sales director at work, and I have a peculiar way of speaking, so please take note. Oh, you know me? That's not a fancy I'm met before. Anyway, here we are. Let's not stand around talking. Shall we battle? Is that so? Then let's go. So yeah, I do wonder when I want to challenge those wanderers. Like I keep saying, again, I'm thinking I'm going to do it at the start of the next stage, I think. I mean, that's when I feel more confident. I could probably beat them now, but... Or maybe after we get the power upgrades, but again, I'm not entirely sure. Because we haven't fought a wanderer that dangerous yet, and the cars are really good, so yeah. And you are very good on the Yoka hunting line, so yeah, I definitely don't want to take my chances, so yeah. Anyway, interesting thing I noticed too is is that both my skills do kind of cancel each other out if we face against them, so yeah. So that's kind of interesting. Again, these guys are keeping up quite good, I must admit, so yeah. Doesn't help that I'm doing that, so yeah. But yeah, it's not going to be enough, there we go. And yeah, I do think, yeah, maybe the Supra isn't the best around the corners, but it doesn't feel too bad, so yeah. Anyway, I completely lost track of what I was talking about before. Anyway, congratulations on your first raid against me. I still have some tricks up my sleeve. I gave another chance. I think you see them. I think I'll talk more when we go out and drive. So yeah. And we got promotion boss M, who's I believe the leader of M-Connect. So yeah, it's interesting seeing him now. And yeah, again, they love Mazdas, which is cool because Mazdas are kind of cool. So yeah. Anyway, let's go to Daikoku, and again, I think, yeah, the reason why I said I'll talk more when we head out is because, yeah, there's a couple of interesting, I think I know what this guy is. I think, it'll be easier to talk about the Super Sentai stuff than I'm actually driving around. Anyway, one about the lightning fast carriage driver, you can meet her at the Hiwajima parking area downtown. There's M-Connect. She loves Master cars. I'm sure she'll feel at home there. That's actually true, by the way. Also, be aware that she's only there on weekend. weekdays. Unless you're on the weekends too, I guess you just get her to take you seriously. I think also worker looking man who's around Telhras. Recently, the two noble street racers debuted on the Shudo Expressway. They are Weekend Magician and Eternal Planners. And recently, those two had a battle, and it seems Weekend Magician narrowly won. Isn't that an interesting element? Well, I haven't met either of them, but I sometimes cut this fuck ever works, so I think I'll meet them eventually. Alright then. Two-legged hide, which is an interesting name. Then you got Isaac's the Buru. Yeah, that bar commander, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. And they got Shoot of Flirt. Yeah, the commander's definitely an interesting team. Also, yeah, Senna's Feet Genji, that's an interesting name too. Urban Legend Man, talking about M Connect. The passion is so strong you connect the initials of the members' last names. Master Love emerges. Yeah, that was what I was gonna mention. We'll see that later, but yeah, if you put all the initials of the team members, then yeah, you get Master Love, which yeah, makes a lot of sense. Let's start with the Race of Yura from Another Star. Hehe, you think you can beat me? How naive. That's the kind of cocky character I was playing, but it didn't really suit me. Maybe I was just putting on a show without any substance. I'll grow through my battles with you. Let's go. Alrighty then. I guess, yeah, the main thing I want to talk about was, yeah, the free-play battle we're gonna have, but yeah, at the moment, yeah, let's keep talking then. So, second, like, yeah, my knowledge isn't very good outside of, yeah, what my friend tells me, and then, yeah, what, Persona tells me too. It is interesting though that, yeah, Phoenix Ranger Birdman has had quite the impact on the series, because, yeah, there's of course, like, DLC cost, I think it's DLC in Persona 5. Persona 5, I think you can just straight buy the Birdman costumes, is really cool. And yeah, I am thinking, do I think about getting more attack as well? Because yeah, we're doing fine, I think against Raw. It's just that, yeah, again, I do want to beat some of them quickly, you know? So, yeah. It's actually dangerous opponents. Beating them quickly definitely, you know, helps. You don't try to look cool even when you win. Natural is better overall. Alright, let's take on Swimmer Yuto now in a block. Hey, I used to swing Sui around here. I've been swinging around here for quite a while. How about we swim together? Let's go. Why am I taking off my clothes? Well, I just can't get in the mood unless I'm in competition style when swimming. Of course, you can take off your clothes too if you want. Okay then. Yeah, again, I mentioned this story a lot, but yeah, I actually used to be very good at swimming. That was actually one of the things I was good at, so yeah. I think with me, if I put my mind to something, I think I could do a really good job of it. It's just that, yeah, do I have the motivation, you know, so yeah. And yeah, that's another car I would recommend. As you can notice, it rides very high. It has a really high ride height. Even if you lower it, it's still going to be riding quite high. And you don't want to lower it too much because then you'll be scraping the ground, like you would in the other cars, so yeah. And yeah, that's a bad thing when you're scraping the ground like that, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah. If there's one star I definitely can recommend is, yeah, getting more attacks, so yeah. Oh no, I lost. Wow, you're really fast, I give up. So yeah. Last up, we have 3 people. We got Gentle Arm Sake, Shoot the Flirt, and Isaac's the Buru. You haven't seen you around it much, do you start racing recently? So you challenge me to test your skills, right? Wait a second, can I join the battle too? What do you say? Look, hey, what do you say? Look, I'm talking to this guy here now. If you didn't try my battle, I won't forgive you. So, shall we test your skills? Yeah. I want to lose stuff, man. I'll give it everything I got. I'm worried, so I'll come on too. So, the weird thing about this team is Gentle Arm Sake, because, yeah, I think you could probably tell by, yeah, Shoot the Flirt wants to ask her out. But there's a lot of weird things going on. Also, I think it has something to do with the fact that Commander used to be a team that only had dudes, but now there's actually women in the team now. And she actually has Nitrous. So maybe I should respond in kind. But another thing I can take advantage of is the Slipstream, so I'm going to do just that. So yeah, she's definitely an interesting rival, that's for dang sure. But yeah, as they mentioned though, the other 2 are going to be showing up soon, so yeah. That's probably a good time to use the Nitro, especially if it's in danger, so yeah. Anyway, here they are. So yeah, here we got Shoe the Flirt, who's driving a WRX, and the other dude's driving a WRX. Isaac's the Buru. And they're not really doing a job of touching gentle on Sake, so yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna use my nitrous now. Get a little bit closer. It's like a slipstream and overtakes. There we go. Yeah, quite dangerous because, yeah, again, I imagine that nitrous is only used like 10 minutes. Apparently, yeah, that's not true. And yeah, Shoot the Flirt's coming back at us. So yeah, this is actually not an easy battle. You definitely want to take this on a bit seriously, like I was doing. So yeah, but now my high top speed's coming into play. We can go higher top speed than the other set. We're going 263 now. So there we go. Legendary Trio could have helped out a lot in that battle, to be fair. Damn, I can't believe I lost. How pathetic. No, your driver was great, just lost Sake. Seriously, it was amazing. Don't be down about it. You know, you messed up my room by cutting. Jeez. Yeah, Gentle on Sake might be a bio that I want to read later, so yeah. Sorry to interrupt your battle. Shoot up a joined me, got good scolding from her up the battle. So yeah. Then we got Lucy and Silver Speaker. Yeah, I want to think about another star because they're part of Rise, well, not Rise Deep Challenge, Rave of the Legend. Alrighty, so that's all the parking areas. So now let's think about some of these other rivals. So yeah. And yeah, what Wanderers are around? We got Wyndham Napoli who can't do. We got Commit Disruptor who can actually do. He's going this way. That could be interesting because then we could take on Rolling Gal number. Oh, all the Rolling Gals, I should be saying. So yeah. So that's something to think about. Are there any other teams I want to go after? Is the things. Let's see. There's only like one member of Cupid Arrows. That is interesting, and they're going that way. They should still stay on the Shinkantra. There's no one for Juicy Heaven, okay. We can take on Black Cat though, they're right there. So yeah, they're basically on Shinkantra. That's good to know. We can take on the Pleiades though. They are going, it looks like they are Yokohama base, so that's good to know. Then we got MOE, we can take on, interesting enough. Desire, okay, so where are they? They go that way around the C1. That's good to know. So we can also maybe take on Triage too. They only have 2 team members left, and they are Shinkantra as well. I mean, yeah, the thing I'm noticing though is like everyone is going opposite directions. We can't actually take on another star because yeah, and they're also going number 1 gun too. So. But yeah, the thing is though, if we do take up the other teams though, that does mean that yeah, it'll probably be easier to take on the teams I want to take on. So yeah. So I think yeah, we're gonna start with Commit Disruptor, and then yeah, at some point I'll probably fight Black Cat. So yeah, let's go here and then let's, you know, find him. Because he's another Wanderer. Yeah, we got more dialogue. Master versus her. Yeah, he talks to women a lot, so yeah. Again, lots of dialogue, as you probably expect. You get to learn a lot about the rivals in this game. I mean, his Reaper going to Rapid Bill. Why are females so intense? Yeah, that Clark Club McKee, if you can remember. And you're talking about the rotary engine, and to that Twister who uses that, so yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. We had 2 Mazda focused teams here. Also, I was surprised to let that scene Elegant Woman walking by. When I turned to look at the car, it was Melancholic Angel. I got so excited, it felt like being a celebrity. Yeah, she's a thing. I definitely can't wait to talk about Melancholic Angel. There's a lot of history with her, so yeah. Alright, and yeah, there shouldn't be anyone here, because we already defeated everyone here, so... away we go. Let's take on Commit Disruptor, and yeah, I think in the process we're also going to take on the Rolling Gals, so yeah. So again, yeah, it's not a team I need to beat right now, but hey. But it does look like, yeah, I kind of want to go everywhere. Because yeah, I do want to make a lot of progress, obviously. I also want to have a nice long night too, so yeah. And yeah, doing tires, not great because again we can't, do anything about the tires on the C1, but that's okay. But yeah, I can definitely see Commute Disruptor being a bit of an issue. That's fine though. So of course we need to go C1 outer for him. But yeah, C1 inner I'm more interested in a little bit, so yeah. That's okay. I think the idea is I'm probably gonna go outer, and then when I'm able to go to the Shinkancho, I'll take the Shinkancho, and then I'll go inner. And then yeah, maybe we also take off Black at some point. But anyway, so here's Commute Disruptor. I forget what he was called before, but I remember his name being kind of strange. Oh yeah, so something else that's kind of strange about him. But yeah, he's no such though, level 14. And he has 2 skills, but yeah, as you saw there, the other 2 wonders that I was talking about earlier, they have 3 skills, so they're going to be even tougher than this. Like, he's definitely no slouch. Oh yeah, let me want to save my nitrous just in case something goes bad like that. Yeah, let's block him. And yeah, he made a mistake. He's driving an Evo 5, which yeah, that's a car I quite like. Like I keep saying, I like my Mitsubishi Puzzler, and yeah, he's using a defensive build, which yeah, that's a little bit scary because yeah, defensive builds, one thing I have noticed about them is they're very good at catching people making mistakes. So yeah, and there we go, awesome. That's the idea. Basically, yeah, you keep on them for a long time, but you got a massive combo bonus from him too. That's awesome. We didn't even get like, we didn't even like fight that many rivals too. So yeah, so, yeah, that's pretty epic. So yeah. So it looks like, yeah, we just got some traffic cars to take on here, so yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't really have much else to say about Super Sitar again. I'm not so sure if I would watch, like, I know if, something like, Power Rangers, other Super Sentai shows, or Tokusatsu shows, I don't know if that's something I'm really interested in, I guess it's just because, it's just because, yeah, when you have so little time, you do need to prioritize the most important things to watch. So then it's hard to watch other interests, I think that might be one problem. And again, yeah, there's also the language barrier sometimes too, so yeah. But hey, there's obviously YouTube. YouTube could probably help with that as well, so yeah. Well, I can tell you, we're actually not going to be taking our rolling guards that much, so that's kind of funny, but anyway. So let's see here. So yeah, what else? Oh yeah. So there's another thing that comes to mind too when talking about that as well. Is that yeah, one thing I do really like about this series so much is you get to learn a lot about certain like aspects of Japanese culture. That's also kind of the reason why Persona is quite interesting too for me. Like yeah. And yeah, here's rolling gun number 5. Let's take her on. And again, just like rolling guy, just like the rolling guys, I should be saying. These guys are the rolling girls. Yeah, they all use 8.6s, and this time they're all girls. So yeah, like I said, they were introduced in Import Chunchan. I kind of like, again, like I said, Genki does like to make some funny spoofs of the rolling guys. So yeah, here's another example. Say we'll do that. And again, our combo buzz is massive, so yeah. So this time I'm gonna go with Kojima, because I want to go to the parking area, and yeah, we'll refill on nitrous and our tires, so that works out quite well. Yeah, we're getting a lot of VP too, because I'm buying all the Wanderers, so yeah. So it appeared, yeah, Lonely Nihilist and Commute Disruptor, so I need to remember that one at the end of the day, so yeah. Let's go back to Hakusaki parking area. Make sure there's no one here to fight. Doesn't look like it, so yeah, we're going to be going the other way. And we got 2 Uta. Recently the moves each team have become more active. Is it because of the increase in new teams, or Rolling Guy, Ribbon Blocks, Fresh Market? It seems that each team is stirred up by just one shoot racer. the old veteran teams that have been racing here for years. They're not that easy to handle. Yeah, you think so too, right? That's why the other old timers are getting restless. It's good that this place seems to be coming back to life with a long time. I like to join in sometime. And you got manually unique Quora. Beacon Magician is amazing. He seems to be taking out various rivals one after another. Man who suddenly appeared out of nowhere as defeating the strong racer Shuto Expressway one after another. His behavior is shaking the power balance of the Shuto Expressway, creating a big wave like thunder. It's just like a manga. I'm so fired up. Alright. And it is Gothic by my lord. Oh boy, this dialogue. Hey, you were racing with Eternal Polaris the other day, right? Cool guy driving an awesome car. It's so hot and infatuating. It's too much to handle, right? I want to be the seat in a Skylander. Polaris shot. Yeah, again, like I said, I think this game does like take photos, and yeah, that's a good way of seeing it. And I've seen a lot of fan art of you know, Eternal Polaris and the otakus and stuff. Yeah, the otakus really like her, so yeah. Anyway, let's change the tires and refill the nitrous. Because I guess I have... Again, I should probably take the legendary trade just because it's something to spend money on, but anyway. So like I said, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, we might take down the otakus. Oh wait. Actually, no, that's fine. I could take them on in a little bit. Is there another thing I could take on while I'm doing that? Hard to say because again, most of them are going downwards, so yeah, I think yeah, there's not many people that are going inner except for them, so yeah. So this is gonna be like a kind of weird detour, so yeah. So I guess yeah, I'm probably just gonna take a lot of traffic costs. That didn't work out as I wanted, but that's okay. I was kind of hoping they'd be a bit closer to me, but that's okay. Anyway. So yeah, again, like I said, yeah, one thing I do really like about TXR is, again, you know, the focus on... There's a lot of stuff you can learn about Japanese culture from these games. It's really cool. And again, like I said, it's probably another reason why I like the Persona series so much too. Do you want them to take on this guy? A little bit, maybe. I'm also like blocking my way, so yeah. It looks like they're from either Pleiades or another stuff. This is a bit awkward. I want them to come boss, so yeah. Let's see if I can maybe make them go C1, you know? Then it wouldn't be like a complete waste of time. Actually, no, this is a dude from Danji. Ferocious Polar Bear. Very cool looking car, must admit. Let's see if we can actually overtake him. Go C1, you know? No, don't think it's gonna happen, so let's go C1 Elder. I guess, I mean, this works out, because again, I think most of the rivals are going Shinkancho anyway, so yeah. So it works out. So again, yeah, like I was saying before, again, it's cool to, you know, learn about different cultures just through, you know, regular gameplay. I feel like that's really cool when you can do that with your game. I don't really have much else to add on that, to be fair. Because again, it's mostly, when I think about that, it is mostly Japanese culture, because again, I mostly play Japanese games, so yeah. But yeah, I can already see, you know, other games, you know, intriguing me in that regard, especially if, yeah, it's, especially when, you know, it's a genre like of course, racing games and RPGs, so yeah. Then we got Rainbow Traveler from Commander. He uses an R33, which is interesting because Commander is normally known for driving Mitsubishis and Subarus, and we only fought Mitsubishi's Subaru Pumas for this, so yeah. So again, that's a little bit interesting, but anyway. We'll take him out all the same, so yeah. And yeah, we passed by another rival. So I'll slow down for him. I think he also goes to Shinkancho, so yeah. This is... I think he's from Danji 2, Unknown Saga, but there's also Wailing Asteron from Desire, but I don't think we'll worry about Desire too much today. Maybe I will later. Yeah, they're gonna stay on the C1, I believe, so yeah. That's great. Luckily I can keep up, so that's good. Now you're gonna go C1, not C1. You're gonna go Haneda. So let's squeeze past. He didn't cause a draw, so that's good. And yeah, I think he's gonna... Let's see, does he keep it on Shinkancho? Yeah, he actually does. So yeah, let's keep that. And he's driving the Toyota Chaser, which is one of the Toyota four-door slim cars. I think it's also considered the best. So yeah, let's cool down the engine a little bit because we've been driving very hard now. So it looks like, yeah, I'm going to be going after more of a win streak bonus here, so yeah. And yeah, I wonder what this hit here. I guess, yeah, maybe I could have took on Lonely Nihilist right now. Now been a bit interesting, but anyway. It's fine though, anyway. Yeah, like I said, yeah, it is cool to, you know, learn about things through games. Again, it's interesting how, like, Persona does it, because, again, Persona is kind of like a life sim, so you kind of, you know, so it kind of makes sense that, yeah, you would, you know, learn about, you know, Japanese culture through its gameplay and stuff. It's really interesting. And of course, yeah, this game mainly just does it through, you know, the rivals and, you know, what they get up to, so yeah. And yeah, there is no Nihilist, so yeah, that's really funny. I could take him on, but again, rematching Wanderers, again, it's a bit difficult at this point, because, yeah, you kind of need a lot of nitrous, so yeah. Which does make me worried for another thing later, but we'll talk about that later, so yeah. It does make me think that, yeah, maybe we do that thing later, maybe after I get the power upgrade, so yeah. Then we got another rival coming up, so yeah, let's take on this guy. I've been going on for a decent amount of time, so yeah, I might also think about Ineos soon, although yeah, the only thing is win streak is as high as I thought it would be. But yeah, like I was kind of thinking before, I might actually split this into 2 parts, so yeah. Basically, I'm gonna have one long night on the Shuto Expressway, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know, maybe I could do that. I could do that for the next part. That's another thing to consider too, so yeah. Because yeah, once again, we are doing very good on the BP, and a lot of the rivals I want to fight aren't on the map yet, so like, let's have a little look. So yeah, like, can't really do much of Cupid Arrows, although we can take on one member of them, which I believe is going up. Can't do anything about Juicy Evan. Cat though, we definitely can, but they're going the other way. And the Pleiades, again, they are going, they're Yokani based. Again, I wouldn't mind trying to take on Emui as well. You did see Wayne Asteron, who goes that way. They go C1 Alba as well, so you can take on the rolling guys. You can also take on Triad, who's also Shinkanjo, so yeah. And yeah, you also need to take on another star who's Wangan, so yeah. Anyway. Yeah, you know, maybe now's a good time to end off. And then yeah, I'll continue to take on the rivals in the next part, so yeah. And yeah, I just want to see, I actually did spot that was Digima Trial from Dungy, so yeah, let's go in the park here and yeah, let's end this part right now. And then yeah, I think for the next part, it'll be a fresh start with a new topic, so yeah. While we're here though, let's talk to you guys. So we got, yeah, these two from Road once again. Interesting dialogue there. And yeah, Gold Hanya being pissed off as usual, it seems. We got Genkai C Limits, who, yeah, talking about Digima Child who managed to get a girlfriend, so good for him, I guess. And yeah, Rocco Lalu shows his zipline skills, so that makes sense why I mentioned that. And yeah, Rain still need to overcome a major hurdle with that guy. And yeah, wondering if I became new leader Triad, so yeah, again, we can take them on next part probably, but anyway. They're so cute today. Talk about the rolling gals. So there we go. No one else here except for obviously Tragic Manahorn. So yeah, like I said, yeah, that's in the part here. So next time, yeah, we're gonna be continuing on with this night. Probably ending it too, I think as well. I mean that's gonna be the plan. So yeah. And yeah, once again, let's do a bit more damage, especially on the rebirth of the Legends side. So yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.